Okay, I'm all set. I'm going to let myself out, okay? Thank you. That was a very good 2 hours and 10 minutes. That we were able to get quite a bit of documentation. For folks in town. In future visits, we should be able to get a lot more information as well. and then start doing some real searches on that data to help us kind of determine how long certain people have been working in various responsibilities in the town. Many years for some of them. Go back and look at some of the votes and motions that they've made in meetings, how they've generated certain kinds of activities or plans that either came to fruition or didn't come to fruition in the town, and maybe why some of those things did or didn't happen. It's kind of an interesting, almost genealogical research of the process behind the government in Western, the folks that serve us here, and how they have been managing this throughout the last 5 or 10 years, or heck, maybe we can go back even further than that. But getting some of the more recent data, the last couple of years, the last 5 years or so, of information together to allow us to put together this kind of hierarchy of how the town has managed itself, what kind of people have been in that process, and to actually put that on paper. So when somebody brings up a name of someone, they don't have to guess anymore. Oh yeah, I think I remember that person was on the highway, was a highway superintendent, or maybe they served on the town board in some year or something. It's pretty much going to be something that's available, and not just available to place a name and a position together, but to place a name against the kinds of actions that those folks took while they were serving the people in the town of Western. That's going to be a very interesting way to kind of look at the process of local government over time. So we're excited to get started on that project, and hopefully it'll be an interesting, positive way to learn about how the town of Western works. Thanks for joining us here. We're going to cut the live feed here, and we'll take the video back and go ahead and try to prep it and get it online. And the documents as well. Let me just say this. The documents, we want to kind of create a trove of access for people in the town of Western that can have access to that information without having to come down to the town and pay 25 cents a copy. The costs aren't really that massive if you only need a few things. But if you want to take home 100 pieces of paper because you want to do some research, that's $25. Actually, more than that. That's a lot. It's 25 cents a sheet. So do the math. A couple $100 by the time you're done with any kind of research that you might want to do is a lot of printing that maybe isn't necessary, especially if you do your research online. So that's what we're trying to get to. Let's get as much of this information scanned in as possible so that people have access to that information 24/7 and not just when the clerk's open for business hours, which have been spotty lately due to the loss of Mary Central. But at the same time, I don't know if we can expect that the town should take a back seat to losing anyone in the town for any reason, whether they resign, pass away, whether they move out of state. I don't know, whatever can happen, but I don't think that the town needs to be held hostage for those types of situations. And I think, based on the post I made this morning on Facebook concerning the future of the town and maintaining that structure in the event of losing someone, succession planning is extremely, extremely important. I learned that in business, and we took that extremely serious. And so we need to maintain a push for the town to start looking at succession planning for both, positions like Larry Myrick, Cora Donahue. That is another really, really big issue that's just hanging out there. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen if something like that happens to Cora. Is our town going to be up in upheaval? Are we going to have access to the documents? You heard Don Holmes state today some of those documents may not be available that were held off-site at Mary's house or whatever. Those may just be gone forever, and that is not a good scenario, especially for the legal processes in the town. So I think we need to do due diligence and cover, not just with the deputy clerk position, but with the town taking an active part in making sure that that position and those documents are covered moving into the future for all of the positions in the town, whether it's planning, whether it's zoning, whether it's codes enforcement, whether it's the court, the justice office, or any other office in the town. So, well, that's the future, and hopefully we'll stay on track here moving into the future. So thanks so much for joining us today.